All right, guys. So we're going to talk about Facebook ads and how to make profit with Facebook ads. I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible for beginners. And the way I want to do that is breaking it down into a couple recipes that you'll need. And this will set the baseline for how you find products, how you market, everything. Okay, everything about building your business. This is almost business fundamentals 101 and making your business work for ads. So with Facebook ads, the objective isn't to make ads work for your business. It's about making your business work for ads. So first, I want to talk about why Facebook ads. So Facebook ads is great because Facebook finds customers that are ready to buy for you. The algorithm does a lot of the heavy lifting, and again, as we dive into Facebook ads, you'll find that it's a machine that predicts behavior. And our objective and our job as the marketer is to feed the algorithm data. And this data is your creatives, your offer, like your marketing, so that the algorithm can take that and will reach the people that you're looking to reach. On the right here, I have a photo of a very recent ad account that I'm running right now. You can see there's a lot of potential with Facebook ads. $6,000 spent, we made back $21,000 in profit. $26,000 spent, $12,000 in profit, and then $100 spent, $2,000 in profit. And we'll go. There's many structures. We'll go into the structure a bit later, and this will make a bit more sense. But the point being, Facebook ads is extremely powerful. Facebook ads, you can make it work on a low budget. So a lot of gurus out there are like, hey, you have to spend a lot of money to make it work. You have to spend a lot of money to gather data and stuff. You do not need to spend that much money like they're making it seem. You can spend $10 a day, $20 a day. Worst case scenario, you might be down like $100, $200. Not too bad. If you have like a system and framework that you're following, so that every amount of money you're spending, at least you're able to pinpoint the problems and then work on smoothing out those problems so that you can actually make like progress instead of just launching stuff randomly, hoping that it works, then going from 0 to 1 again, 0 to 1, 0 to 1. What I'm going to teach you in this crash course is how to do things systematically and all the important things that matter when running your ads, so that there's actually a clear framework for you to follow. Okay. And with Facebook, it's stable, scalable, very easy to pinpoint problems. Okay, so success on Facebook ads. It isn't about all the technical stuff like interest targeting, lookalike audiences, and campaign setup. Like, at least most of the videos out there right now in the market and on YouTube and stuff, they're just telling you to do these little, interest targeting, these little hacks and stuff. Okay, if you have to do little hacks and stuff to become profitable and get sales, it just means that your marketing sucks and that it's not compelling to a wide range of people. Because if it was compelling to a wide range of people, then people would buy it, and the traffic visiting your site and clicking on your ad will buy your stuff without you having to do a bunch of these weird things. Okay? It's just like, it's just like during COVID, man. Like if you're selling masks and stuff, everyone wants it right now. It's needed in the macro sense, right? So it's not needed to do all these weird stuff. You can just, it's as easy as throwing it up on Facebook, one campaign, one ad set, no targeting at all, let Facebook do its job. Maybe that was a poor example, but that first example that I gave about, hey, if you're not getting sales and you require a very specific strategy to get sales, then your offer just isn't broad appeal enough. And that's one of the recipes to Facebook ads is crafting your offer, your creative, your ad, your business in a sense where it's compelling to a wide range of your target audience. Also, the success on Facebook ads is the ability to leverage the algorithm to reach a highly targeted audience and convert them. Okay, so one, reaching Facebook, like creating your assets, like your ad, so that Facebook knows exactly who to show your ad to, and then having a compelling ad so that when you show these people your ad and they click on it, that they buy in the shortest time frame possible. Okay, so profitable Facebook ads recipe, as we dive into this now, it's the ability to acquire a customer at a high cost plus compelling and clear framing. So it's your marketing versus having proper business economics. So ability to acquire customers at a high cost and great marketing. And that means you can scale. And that means you can make a profit and get sales. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about is average order value. So the average price or the average amount that people are spending. Okay, so if you're selling like a product at $20, then and they're only spending $20, then it's your average order value is $20. But let's say your product on the front end is $20, but then not like 100% of the people buy 2 units, so that's like $40 average order value. Okay, so the importance of average order value. The big reason that we need to cover average order value is so that the higher your average order value, the more you're able to spend to acquire a customer. That's literally it. Business fundamentals, the person who can spend the most to acquire a customer wins. It doesn't matter if you have the best ad or the best landing page or the best combination of those things or the best product and stuff. If you cannot spend money to get a customer, then you just won't grow as a business. It's impossible. Okay, and it'd be very difficult too. Okay. It takes the same amount of effort in marketing to sell a $20 product and a $1,000 product. And this might come as a shock to people. The difference is $20 requires more micro optimizations, whereas the $1,000 product does not. And if you think about it, with your ads, the people clicking on your ad, it's all about the who is clicking on your ad. And we'll go into this a bit later. But let's say you're advertising to investors. $1,000, them spending $1,000 and them understanding the value of that, it's very easy for them to make the decision. Same thing with $20. If you're just, very easy. It's just all about who's clicking on your ad. The third thing is, the most important thing is market product fit and market message fit. So I kind of wrote this in market product offer, but that doesn't quite make sense. So I need to fix that there. But in a sense, if people are willing to pay for it, then you just have to put it in front of them. Right? So a quick question to ask yourself is, if we understand that, and this all comes down to the principle of building your business for ads. So understanding that, it's, okay, how do we pick a product that will allow us to create an offer so that we can charge a premium price in the market for, okay, so that we can spend as much money as possible to get a customer profitably. For example, the reason why Apple is so dominant is because they have such a low cost to the product. The product such high perceived value, and they just have so much cash that they can use. Like, Apple is sitting on a shit ton of cash. That's why they're so dominant. They have low costs, and they can charge a very, very, very high price for it, like 1,000 multiplier. It's quite crazy. Right? So, for example, just to give you an example of why it's really hard to sell a $20 product versus $1,000 products, at least the numbers behind it. Let's say we spend $1,000 on ads. Let's say we're selling a $30 product and it costs $5 to ship and make, and our ad cost is $1.5. Okay, so it costs every click that it is $1.5, and our conversion rate is 2%, which is fair, right? The economics of this, we would still be extremely unprofitable. We would be extremely unprofitable. negative 250%. Okay. And going from 2 to 4%, which is a 100% jump in conversion rate, you would still be unprofitable. Maybe even 6%, you're very slim profits. And going from $1.50 click down to like $1, that's so fucking hard to do. It's much easier to double your conversion rate, but then even if we do double, it's still going to be hard. When we increase our ad spend, metrics and costs just increase, and we have no margin to absorb that increase in costs. Whereas if we were selling a $200 product, it costs $30 to make and ship, same cost per click, and you cut your conversion rate in half, we'd still be profitable, and we can just increase this conversion rate, whatever. Cost per click can go up, but we have so much margin to work with. Right? So next thing I want to go into is, just a simple criteria for choosing a product. Since now we know that the average order is extremely valuable, that's like one of the big leverage points in our business and for ads. So that comes down right to the product, and this is where the product comes into play. Now, we'll talk about product a bit more too here, but easy criteria list here. You can pause, just copy it. But finding a product that is a problem solver because it's easier to create a compelling offer. Finding a product that has a perceived value so that you can charge a premium. Compelling offer so that you can charge a premium. Very simple. Finding a product that you can bundle, sell multiple units, and sell a complementary item. So that, again, you can charge a premium and get a higher average order value. Right? So I wanted to give an example here, which we'll go into depth a bit later. But here's an example. Selling a product for roadside accidents. Let's say this is our marketing angle. We're trying to sell something for roadside accidents. Okay? There's a couple products we can do that, or we can use that angle with. A dash cam and roadside lights. Same angle that we can use, which is roadside accidents, preparation, whatever. Different products. However, if we take a look at the dash cam, it's a problem solver. They're both problem solvers. Dash cam has higher perceived value. It's easier to charge a premium. And you can sell complementary item with a dash cam. Roadside lights and perceived value is hard to create around this product, right? It's easier and to market a dash camera than it is with roadside lights. Okay, a lot of the times, beginner dropshippers starting their business, they'll just jump into finding random products, but then they won't take into account like factors like, okay, what angle I'm gonna. Well, we'll go into this a bit later, but this example maybe could make sense. I'll give you another example. Selling a product for making money. Bitcoin versus how to create a lawn mowing business. Same angle, different products. What's more compelling to sell? What has the least costs? Like just following our checklist, very simple. Obviously, Bitcoin, dash camera are winners in this case. So to sell stuff at a high average order value, we need to create perceived value, and we'll go into this even more in depth later. But I just want to cover all these briefly right now to plant that seed in your guys' mind. So create perceived value. Perceived value is different from actual value. In marketing, perceived value is more important. Perceived value is more important. It's all about perception. Okay. In delivery and long term, like just give you an example of how perceived value is like so powerful. Just think about the placebo effect. Perceived effect, perceived value. Everything human is all about perception. Okay. So in delivery and long-term business growth and sustainability, actual value is important. So if you want to build a business for the long term and sustain it and grow, having actual value behind your product and your business is important, but it's not necessarily the thing that's going to get you the sale. Sure, if you have a great product and stuff, word of mouth, blah, blah, blah. But if a person can take a shitty product and, I mean, you always want to aim for actual value and perceived value, but the perception is what's going to drive the sale and get you to scale. Okay, so use perception to get the sale, use delivery to continue to get the sale. Right, so perceived value simple checklist. Right, in psychology, desired or goal or result is fast to achieve. Desired goal or result is simple to achieve. Desired goal or result requires no effort. Desired goal or result requires no pain. Right? So the product, in a sense, is just a bridge or a vehicle, and it makes the marketing more believable. Right? And the marketing should be clear and simple to understand. And there's some tactics to create perceived value as well. But this is fundamentally, this is what you're trying to achieve with your marketing, and then you're slapping on a product on the back end. So we would market for roadside accidents, and then we'll slap on the dash camera as the desired, the vehicle. So let's say, what happens when you get to roadside accidents? Well, insurance, you need to make sure that, you have like insurance and stuff. That's probably what most people are going to be worried about, and not dying, right? So obviously roadside lights is going to be crappy for that. Dash camera could save you money on insurance and help you win the case. Okay, so let's say we're selling roadside accidents. We'd be like, okay, what if there was a product that could save you money on insurance, help you win the cases, and helps keep you safe, and it doesn't cost that much money to install. It's very quick to install. Yeah, it's roadside lights. But if we say roadside lights, it's not that believable. If we say dash camera, it is actually believable and it's actually real, right? Or we could say like a black box to install into your car, right? So it's less about the product. It's more so about the benefits, the perception of benefits. I mean, dash camera creates the, how would I explain this? We always want to speak to the benefits, then the product comes into play. And we'll go into this concept a bit later. If I go into it now, it might get a bit confusing. So let's just go. So here, pain, desired goal, and result, the bridge, right? So we have to understand the current state that people are in and what they want to get to. And then we create that bridge. We give them that bridge. And that's done through our marketing and the product, right? More so the marketing. And then the product is the thing that baits them across the bridge. So I'll go over some examples of good and bad products now. So we have a cat fur rolling thing. So it's a bad product because it has low perceived value. It's cheap and plastic. The problem isn't deep and isn't that painful. Therefore, people aren't willing to pay a lot for this, right? And when you're in doubt, here's a tip. You can just look on Amazon listings and big competitor websites to see the price range that people are selling this at. And obviously, they're not selling it for that much. It's a very cheap product, right? So we don't want to choose this because it's going to be very hard to create ads for it. It just wouldn't work for ads. Same thing with this humidifier. It looks cute, but it has low perceived value. It's cheap and plastic. The problem isn't deep and it's not even painful. Therefore, people aren't willing to pay a lot for this. Again, even though it's cute, people don't pay lots of money for cute. They pay a lot of money for status, the result of being cute. And this brings no status. It's just a shitty product. Even if you try to frame it around status, it's still shitty. So it comes back to the angle example right here. Selling a product for status. Humidifier versus Louis Vuitton. Same angle, different products. Hopefully that makes a bit more sense now. Here we have a at-home laser hair removal device. High perceived value, can charge premium price for this. And as a bonus, afford to source. And because we can charge a high premium price for this, we can actually invest more money into our business to even source a better product that delivers quality results, and that will bring customers back to our business, which will in turn allow us to charge even more upfront for a customer, because we know that in a certain period of time, customers will come back and pay more. That's the whole game. Okay, and it solves a big improvement problem in the market. Other people are charging premium for similar products, utilizing the same marketing angle, hair removal. Again, big tip right here, when in doubt, just look at competitors. With marketing, there's no new information. When in doubt, look and copy. Just copy what other people are doing. Here's a good product as well. High perceived value. You can charge a premium price for this. And more importantly, you can create a perception of solving a big problem with this, right? Which creates perceived value. However, this product has no actual value behind it, but it's very easy to create the perception, which is what made me take this product to multi-million dollars per month, actually. Another good product, which I scaled to $700,000 per month, almost about $1 million per month. High perceived value, can charge premium price for this. Solves a big and proven problem in the market. Other people are charging premium. Again, we're just looking to the market. Products like this, though, pain relief and booty, require in-depth research to pinpoint the product market fit and more importantly in this case the message match to the market. Okay, because with pain relief, like, you have to understand, like, in this case, when you're trying to sell pain relief products, people are super resistant to making change, especially when it comes to health and investing in their health. So it just requires more research so that you can figure out what those limiting factors are, those limiting beliefs, those resistance factors, that you can implement that into your marketing. Okay, because with pain, the bridge and goal, I also have to add that there's limiting beliefs, which we'll go into. There's a framework that I use to figure all these out, luckily for you guys. Good product, Bitcoin. High perceived value. It's so easy to market. Bitcoin's the ultimate marketing scheme. It could be framed as easy solver. Just make more money, quit your 9 to 5, growing. It has so much depth to it. It's so flexible. Okay, perceived as fast, easy, simple to get the result, low barrier to entry. Again, our checklist right here. Fast, simple, no effort, no pain. And it's believable and it's clear and simple to understand. Can you do that with Bitcoin? Yes. Can you do that with this device? In a way. Can you do that with the laser hair removal? Yeah, absolutely. Humidifier, like no depth at all. This hair roller, whatever, is ridiculous. And plus there's no margin. We can't even charge high average order value on these, so it doesn't even matter if they fit these things. We can't spend that much money to acquire a customer. It's impossible. Because we also have to take into account, like, there's also competitors as well. Like, it's impossible. Like, it's just impossible. We need to be able to charge a high price. And it would only be, it would only be ideal in this case if, that's just it. So let's go to some examples of techniques I mentioned right here in use. I just kind of want to plant the seed in your guys' head, and we'll go into examples afterwards. But these things more in depth in the next videos. But just want to plant the seed in your guys' head. So scarcity. What's the definition of scarcity? The state of being scarce or in short supply, shortage. Right? So why do we use scarcity? To create the impulse for customers to buy now, right? It shortens the customer journey, the length of time that people need and require to make a purchasing decision. All right, the best tip I can give you guys is learn all the tactics and then layer them together, right? So that you can make it more believable and make it more compelling. So I have an example right here from Miracle Brand. Finally, an eco-friendly laundry detergent that's sensitive on your skin and free of wasteful plastic. We see here, stock is limited, 48 units remaining at this price. Scarcity, limited time offer, just basic scarcity stuff. Same here, update sale will end early due to low stock, giving a reason why, making it more believable. Here, more scarcity, right? And you would implement this in your ad, on your product page. It's very important to implement scarcity in your marketing, especially if you're just trying to build your cash, which is probably like 99% of you guys. Don't listen to these guys that say, don't use scarcity and stuff. It looks scammy. Bro, if they're clicking on your ad and you're mentioning scarcity in your ad, they've clicked on your ad for a reason. Use scarcity on the product page as well. They're expecting it. Urgency. Importance requiring swift action. Again, to create the impulse for them to buy now. Tip, making the product seem like the perfect fit. Exactly what they've been looking for also creates a form of urgency. Gives them a reason to buy now from you. Sold out 4x times. Here's another one. Here's urgency, scarcity layered together. Social proof. Huge. Should be very self-explanatory. Always implementing social proof. 200,000 happy customers, and then making it believable. Look, these are like Facebook snippets. Very believable, very native. It's just like when you see Amazon reviews and you're like, yeah, that's a legit review. These guys actually bought it. I can trust these reviews. Whereas if you just said this, might not as be no. You would need to layer this on with really legit reviews. Don't have the carousels like most people do. You need to make everything look legit. You always have to think in terms of the customer is really skeptical. Here, like reviews like this, just unbelievable. Like these type of reviews don't hit as hard as these ones, and if we go down to these ones like this, these ones are believable. This one's not. Just showing you examples of good social proof. Exclusivity, right? Restriction to a particular person, group of area gives a reason for the person to buy from here. High perceived value. Layer it with urgency and scarcity, right? Only available at Miracle Brand. Saves the customer time, creates perceived value. Okay, so ways to increase average order value, cross-selling, bundling like this. A lot of things have already been done. Again, there's no new information when it comes to marketing. You just have to look at what other brands are doing. Just Google research your favorite brands, find a list of brands, see how they're increasing their average order value. Keep it in mind. How are these guys increasing their average order value? It's so important. Here are more examples. We have one at the cart, something simple as an extra 98 cents more. Here, $24 away from free shipping. Again, these are all incentivizing people to spend more. And it just makes sense, especially for a product like lashes. This type of offer makes sense. $24 away from free shipping. Might as well order some more lashes, right? This lash product. It wouldn't make sense if it's like a big, if it was like the little tub thing that I was showing you guys earlier. Like if I go back all the way here, like it wouldn't make sense for this or this product. It would make sense for Bitcoin. You're $24 away from getting an extra $10, right? It's very compelling because we know people are going to put more than what we're, $10 extra we're giving them. Bro, they're going to spend way more than what we give them. Okay, so let's go for more examples. Carts, just look for Shopify apps that will allow you to increase the average order value. It's not about the app you use, it's just all about the result that the app can drive you, right? A lot of the times people will get caught up in like the different type of apps, but it's the fundamental thing that's most important is aiming to get that high average order value. Here, upselling. Here's a very clear example of how powerful upsells are. So I'm selling a $17 product on the front end, and once they buy that $17 product, there's a bunch of upsells. And then without those upsells, my average order would only be $17, and I wouldn't be able to run ads for it, even though people are buying it. And it's very interesting, and the market loves it. Okay? But with the upsells, I'm able to raise the average order value to $60 from $17, and I'm actually able to profit now. So let's say we were just selling the product for $17 and it costs $30 to acquire a customer, right? So we'll be unprofitable, but just by slapping on the upsells, now we're able to make like 20 something, almost $30 profit now. We have that margin, that room now to absorb that cost that it requires to acquire that. Sorry, so it can absorb the costs it requires to get a customer. And then the other recipe to highly profitable ads is your creative, right? So the importance of your creative on Facebook ads, next to the average order value and your ability to acquire a customer at a high cost, next important thing is your creative, right? The creative is the entire embodiment of your research and marketing. And that's the thing that the algorithm is working with actually, right? So the creative does the targeting. The hook of the creative does the targeting. Another way you can think about your ad is like it pushes away people that aren't interested in what you have to offer, right? So it acts as a barrier, like a filter. Like again, like the principle that I was talking about at the start of this video is if there's people that are willing to buy, you just have to put the product and the offer in front of them and get over all the limiting beliefs that they have, right? And make it as compelling as possible to them, right? So part of that is creating like a filter so that you can hyper target the people that are actually interested in your ad so that the algorithm can actually like learn who the people you're actually trying to target are so that you can maximize the amount you're spending. The creative is also the first thing that people see. It sets the expectations and it sets the bar for the impulse of buying. It creates the framing. Okay, if you mention scarcity in your ad and people are seeing that in your ad and they're still clicking, do they expect scarcity on the product page? Whatever you say in your ad, it has to be clear, it has to be simple to understand. Otherwise, when they click on your ad, they will be super confused, right? That's why it's important to first have a very simple and clear message in your ad. And then it's also important to have a congruent product page to your ad, a product page that is congruent to what is being said in the ad. So your ad guides a lot of what you mention in your ad and how you, so your ad guides a lot of, your ad guides how you build your product page and the framing you do on your product page. It does a lot of the heavy lifting there. You can just take a look at your ad and be like, okay, I mentioned these points. I'm just going to mention the same points on my product page to remind them that they're in the right place. So now the next steps. You now understand in a nutshell what is important to running Facebook ads profitably, which is the ability to acquire a customer at a very high cost and having a great creative. Now we'll dive into human psychology, how to create a compelling ad, and diving into the actual strategy to execute on all these things, and then how to scale your ads.